Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back also to my tool shed. Today we're going to unbox this device, which could possibly be the world's smallest solar charge controller. It's a PowerTech 3 amp solar charge controller, PWM. It's for 12 volts. It has light and time control, 3-stage charging, and comprehensive electronic protection. Now this PowerTech box, for those of you in Australia, would recognize it's from Jaycar. And why am I getting such a tiny charge controller? Well, in my last couple of videos, I've been using this 18 amp hour SLA battery, PowerTech painted, also from Jaycar. It's a lead acid battery, and I think this will be perfect for it. We could, thinking about just like mounting it here. It's a great size. I'm going to wire it up to this battery and charge it with a solar panel. Now, obviously, this is not going to handle very much power, but it'll be enough to charge this battery. So if my calculations are correct, at 12 volts, 3 amps, really can, what's 12 times 3? 12, 24, 36. So 36 watts probably is the maximum wattage you can get from this, given that's a PWM charge controller. But we shouldn't go over, I think from doing a bit of research before I make this video, try not to use a panel that's over 25 volts as well. So let's stick to less than 25 volts, which most small panels are anyway. And it doesn't say whether this is for all battery types, but given that it's so small and it talks about bulk equalized float charging, I think it's best suited to SLA batteries or lead acid batteries because you can't set any other parameters. It's just fixed. So we got a bulk charging voltage of 14.8, which is perfect for the SLA battery. Equilibrium charging 14.5 volts, float charging 13.7, under voltage 10.8, and yeah, maximum charging current 3 amps, maximum load 3 amps. So it's actually got load terminals here as well, and I think there is configuration for when that turns on and off, but we won't be using that. We're just using this as a simple charge controller to charge my battery up. So let's unbox it. It is so small. The dimensions of the unit, 52 millimeters by 22 by 8. And that's all it is. Check it out. So we've got a charge light, which is red, power light green, and we've just got a terminal block there. Or on the back, got the model number, voltage, and the current. Little hook, or you can drill that into a board, but we're not going to drill it here, obviously. So what we're going to do, we're just going to use this little Velcro sticker removable. That should be enough to stick it there, bam. That should be enough to keep it on there. So we have a user manual, which really we don't think we'll need it, but what's interesting is that we've only got 2 LEDs to tell us about what's it doing. So obviously when it's all off, nothing's working. Oh, sorry, when the charge LED is off, that means that we're nighttime or there's no solar attached. Long bright red battery charges in balance state. Now the power light, if it's just on, controller have normal output, and if it's long off, controller output protection. I don't know what that means. So basically we just need to know that the green light goes on, everything's all good. If the red light is on, we're in charging. That's all we need to know. Okay. It does have like switches there I think you have to open up the unit, but I don't think we'll be doing that. That's just to configure when the load will turn on. 8, 4, 2, 1 hours. You can configure it with switches, but we won't go into that. I don't think anyone uses them. So with solar charge controllers, we should always probably fuse between the controller and the battery. So I've got this inline fuse holder with me, and I'm just going to put a 5 amp fuse in there, give it a little bit of buffer. So what we'll do is we'll strip off, I don't know how big I want to make things, so I'll keep it the same length for now. The wire, so we need a 16 gauge ferrule. That's nice and tight. So there we go, guys. I need 16 gauge ferrule to fit in this controller. That's tight. Okay. So I want this to go onto the battery. Let's move the battery a little bit closer. And now I need a crimper. It's not ratcheting, it's not hydraulic. It's a squash method, a plier method. There we go. So we've got positive and negative. Now we're just going to put the ring terminal on this one. So we'll strip a little bit off here again. Okay, I got a phone call midway through that video, so I had to take it. But here we go. We are connected. The ring terminals are on the battery, and if you can see, you can't really tell from the side, but the power light is actually on. It's very, very dim. Charge light is not on. Have a look at my terminal wiring there. Not the best, but not the worst. So the only thing now is to put the solar panel bits on. Alright, the next thing we got to do is put the solar panels up to it. Now I'm going to put a DC 5.5 millimeter jack, because my EcoFlow portable panel 45 watts, that's what I'm going to use with this. It's got a DC jack to the solar panel, and I'm just using extension cable. So the other cable end usually has an XT60, but I don't have an XT60 here. Well, I can put one on there, but we'll put the 55 mil here as well. So if we use a normal DC extension cable, we can wire it up like that. There we go. The green light is on. I am going to get my solar panel and I'll meet you outside. Alright, there's the EcoFlow panel and the cord all the way over here. I've just tucked it under here to protect it from the sun. And the charge light is working. So successful. I think it was at 12.1 volts before I plugged this in. So we'll check it in the morning to see if it actually got up. Alright, another update. I've moved it back into the tool shed. As you can see, I'll get a closer view now. The charge light is on. The power light is on. Yeah, so from an angle, you really can't see that they're on. It's one of those weird LEDs. There you go. See, they're both on. And I've just put some Velcro stickers there. Not the best. I might figure out a different solution to putting this onto the actual battery without, you know, ruining it. Can't drill holes in there. There's the connection for the solar panels. And there's the line to the battery, fuse to 5 amps. And bringing me back some memories here, there's the cord up through the gap there. And it's back on the roof again. So I'll just put it there so it's out of the way for now. The off-grid shed, the original EcoFlow 45 watts back on the roof. So what I'll do now is I'll take a measurement of the voltage. It's probably been out here for about an hour or so. I don't know. 12.9 volts. That's pretty good. We're at 12.1 just before I plugged it in, but obviously it's charging, so it'll sag when I remove it. Well, there we have it. The world's smallest, I think, solar charge controller from Jaycar.